It began like a dream, a radical electric pickup truck boasting a stainless steel exoskeleton and promises of near-indestructibility. Tesla's Cybertruck lit up the automotive world with jaw-dropping design and headline-stealing events. But behind the futuristic angles and viral demos lurked a chain of hidden setbacks that caught even longtime Tesla fans off guard. Today we're uncovering the unexpected twists, from abrupt production halts to shocking recalls, that have put this once glorified vehicle under an intense spotlight. When the Cybertruck first broke cover in 2019, no one could ignore it. This wasn't just another pickup. It looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. Critics called it bizarre. Fans defended it as genius. The moment Elon Musk demonstrated its bulletproof exterior, followed by that infamous window crack, social media exploded. Love it or loathe it, the Cybertruck became the most talked about electric vehicle on the planet. Reservation numbers soared beyond 1 million, a figure that promised a revolution in how we think about trucks. Yet the bigger the hype grew, the more the doubters began whispering. Was this daring design too extreme to mass-produce? A few insiders predicted trouble early on. Rumors of supply chain bottlenecks and a challenging steel exoskeleton hinted that Tesla might be in over its head. Even so, most observers, both fans and skeptics alike, never expected the chaos that was about to unfold. But as the months wore on, the buzz of excitement started mutating into questions, then doubts, and eventually warnings that something wasn't right. A handful of watchful analysts noticed the earliest clues. Despite that million-plus reservation tally, real demand appeared murkier than Tesla's flashy headlines suggested. Delays kept stacking up, production dates shifted, final pricing was no longer clear, and the base model costs began creeping upward. As the end of 2024 approached, cautious whispers turned louder. Some pointed to Tesla's rush timeline. Others claimed potential buyers were uneasy about the sudden jump in price. Yet no official statement from Tesla clarified the situation. Enthusiasts desperately held onto hope that the brand would defy the odds. Then, out of nowhere, rumors surfaced that factory workers were being reassigned to different production lines, suggesting the assembly of the Cybertruck wasn't running as smoothly as planned. By now, the question wasn't just if the truck would be delayed, it was how bad the delay would get. But the timeline slip was nothing compared to the blow that would soon devastate Tesla's most anticipated vehicle. In early December 2024, the bustling Tesla Gigafactory in Austin suddenly went quiet. Workers on the Cybertruck production line received paid leave notices, telling them to stay home for 3 days. No reason, no explanation. Just an abrupt pause that triggered instant speculation online. Was the company facing a demand slump, or were they upgrading equipment to ramp up even faster? Rumors flew in all directions. Some employees believed it was a routine stop to complete a boring company tunnel beneath the factory, supposedly streamlining how Cybertrucks moved from assembly to shipping. Others had an unsettling theory. Tesla was struggling to move the units it had already built. Internal leaks suggested over 9,000 unsold Cybertrucks were piling up, a stark contrast to the hype of 1 million reservations. If this was only a minor hiccup, Tesla gave no official reassurance. For an entire weekend, silence blanketed the factory, and online forums filled with anxious chatter. Still, the hush around the Gigafactory paled in comparison to the real shock that was coming just a few months later. In March 2025, a bombshell announcement hit the industry. Tesla recalled over 46,000 Cybertrucks due to a defective adhesive holding the stainless steel panels in place. What was supposed to be a revolutionary exoskeleton had turned into a hazard. Reports surfaced of these sleek, gleaming panels loosening, or in some cases, detaching entirely, during normal driving. Social media lit up with videos of Cybertruck owners showing flapping side panels or missing trim, leading many to wonder how a brand that once promised near-bulletproof toughness could stumble so badly. Tesla acted quickly, acknowledging the defective adhesive and switching to a more reliable fastening system. Service centers operated at full capacity, offering free fixes. Some owners took it all in stride, viewing this fiasco as just another Tesla growing pain, similar to those waterlogged bumpers from years back. But for others, it was a betrayal of the truck's entire premise. The recall rattled trust in Tesla's quality control, prompting both fans and critics to question if the company had sacrificed thorough testing in its race to meet production targets. But mechanical failings weren't the only storm clouds gathering over the Cybertruck. Another threat was already looming: a brutal pricing backlash and a competitive onslaught. Originally advertised at $39,900, the Cybertruck's cost was a major selling point, until it wasn't. By the time production units arrived, the base model was closer to $60,000, with pricier configurations soaring past $80,000 or even $100,000 for top-tier versions. Potential buyers who once envisioned an affordable, groundbreaking truck were suddenly stunned by the sticker shock. Meanwhile, the electric pickup market wasn't standing still. Ford's electric F-150 leveraged America's best-selling truck legacy, while Rivian's R1T1 over early adopters with polished performance and a more classic truck appearance. Shoppers who'd waited years for the Cybertruck looked around and saw plenty of alternatives, often at friendlier prices. With new competition in every direction, Tesla's futuristic contender started to feel like it was falling behind. And as Tesla fought to restore faith in its Cybertruck, the company was also dealing with an entirely different battlefield: the political realm. Elon Musk's rise to a powerful political role caught the world by surprise. His position at the Department of Government Efficiency, nicknamed DOGE, brought a wave of controversial spending cuts that infuriated many. Protesters aimed to hit Musk where it hurt most: his wealth. Crowds gathered outside Tesla stores, chanting and bearing signs, demanding accountability for what they saw as an attack on social programs. In some cities, furious mobs even smashed Tesla vehicles, while longtime owners wrestled with moral conflicts. Did buying a Cybertruck mean they endorsed Musk's politics? Some parted ways with Tesla entirely. Others tried to separate the man from the machine. The brand's once glittering reputation took hit after hit, especially overseas, where trust in Musk plummeted and Tesla's European sales tanked by nearly half in a single month. Suddenly, it wasn't just a question of whether the Cybertruck could weather production troubles. It was about whether Tesla itself could survive the storm of public outrage. Stock market watchers knew the writing was on the wall. As controversies mounted and Cybertruck sales lagged, Tesla's share price sank by almost 40%, wiping out hundreds of billions of dollars in market value. Many pointed fingers at Musk's erratic leadership, especially after his heated political stances sparked unrest among a chunk of Tesla's eco-minded audience. In reputation polls, Tesla tumbled from near the top to a middling rank. Owners who had once proudly displayed Tesla logos on t-shirts and bumper stickers were torn. Some even joked they had to clarify, "I bought this before Elon went crazy." Even steadfast fans found themselves fielding uncomfortable questions from friends and family about whether they still supported the company's direction. Meanwhile, established automakers and emerging startups rushed in to fill the gap, capitalizing on Musk's bad press and Tesla's dip in consumer confidence. But the ultimate question was still hanging. What was Elon Musk going to do about all of this? And could he possibly turn it around before it was too late? In classic Musk style, the Tesla CEO publicly brushed off the chaos. He blamed short sellers, media outlets, and political enemies for exaggerating Tesla's problems. On his social media accounts, he insisted the Cybertruck was only hitting temporary bumps and that future AI breakthroughs would silence critics. Still, leaked memos described a more frantic scene behind Tesla's doors, where Musk reportedly demanded ever-faster turnaround times on fixes and expansions. Leadership shakeups became common. Department heads were swapped with little notice, and employees felt the constant pressure of shifting priorities. Musk urged everyone to keep faith, even urging them not to sell their Tesla shares. Yet as the months wore on, skepticism piled up. Some top executives worried that the brand's turbulence was damaging the core mission of accelerating sustainable transportation. Could any new product launch overshadow the headaches of recalls, political baggage, and mounting competition? Soon, the company would have to face the music, either deliver on the Cybertruck's original promise or risk being overshadowed by its own controversies. What began as a dazzling promise to revolutionize the pickup truck market became a saga of production stalls, breathtaking recalls, and bruising public protests. Tesla's Cybertruck has, in many ways, embodied the company's bold extremes. It sparked unprecedented excitement, then plunged into a thicket of quality control headaches and massive controversies swirling around its high-profile CEO. Where does it all lead from here? Some believe the Cybertruck can still stage a comeback if Tesla steadies its production line and mends its fractured public image. Others warn that as long as Elon Musk's political entanglements continue, the brand will never reclaim its once-unassailable glow. Whichever path lies ahead, one thing remains certain: the story of Tesla's most radical vehicle is far from over, and every next chapter could redefine what we expect from the world's most talked-about electric automaker.